My background's in oil and gas. I spent close to 35 years developing drill bits and downhole tools for controlling the direction and measuring the direction and properties of oil and gas wells. I'm going to be very honest with you, and I think my co-founder Steve would say the same thing. When we started to look at geothermal, we were kind of skeptical because I'd always associated geothermal as being, areas of volcanic activity, tectonic plate, junctions and stuff like that. And it was when I started to understand the potential for extracting heat from hot, dry rocks, and not just hydrothermal in places where there is a lot of heat very close to the surface. That was the point where the penny dropped, and I realized that you could do this pretty much anywhere in the world. And secondly, there's a lot of technology that had been developed by the oil and gas industry that were directly applicable to some of the challenges that we're going to have to solve in order to be able to do geothermal anywhere, all over the world. The very unfortunate events of this year with conflict in Ukraine have underlined the requirement for countries to have energy independence. And because geothermal is available anywhere, the heat is beneath our feet all over the world, it's possible for any country to develop geothermal resources, and therefore to some degree it's possible for any country to become energy independent. And that's good news if you think about the potential for future conflicts. And I guess the other thing that it has in its favor, and something that we should be excited about with geothermal, because you can do it anywhere, it means that you can choose where you site your geothermal installation. So you can put it in the town that you're providing electricity for. You can put it adjacent to the factory that you're producing power for. Or you can use it to replace an existing, say, coal-fired facility and leverage the high voltage transmission lines that are already present there. So you don't need to build that infrastructure. So you don't get to the point, or you're much less likely to get to the point where you have stuff like grid congestion, where you're generating a lot of electricity in one part of the country and using it in a different part of the country, and it's actually hard to get it from the point of generation to the point of use. With geothermal, I think you can solve those issues, and so I think we should be a lot more excited about it. I think there is a lot of advocacy for it in the United States, and I think one of the things I've seen is that the DOE is starting to get serious about funding geothermal projects, which is great. I'm based in the UK, you can probably tell from my accent. UK government, not so much. It hasn't really paid much attention to geothermal, and my feeling is that Europe is probably somewhere between the two. So if the other industrialized countries could follow the lead of the US and the DOE, I think that'd be a great way of making more progress towards geothermal. So hopefully some of those non-US governments are listening to me.